All right, this is going to be a new series, as you can tell in the title. I want to do a complete set of some sort of comic book. And what I mean by that is either variants, stories, get a whole run of this and that. I got runs of like the Krakoa X-Men era, but there's nothing crazy about it. I don't have every single issue of them. I have them in some singles, some paperbacks, some of them I read online, stuff like that. So I want to do this project, and this one is one that's been going on since I believe either 2019 or 2020, which is variant covers, is a timeless variant covers by an artist named Alex Ross, I believe is the artist's name. If I said it wrong or I got the wrong name, I'll put it on the screen. But I kind of decided that over the weekend. I got two covers already. All right, now we are at a comic book store that I pick up some of my comics from. I get some variant covers from here. It's not my main store. It's kind of my backup store. But they do have a lot of back issues. So I'm going to check through the ones I can find to see if I can find any while I'm here, while I'm picking up some of my selections here. And then I don't know if I can try to film some of it inside, depending how it is. The main comic book store knows I film my TikToks there for like me picking up new comic book day. Here haven't really got like permission and stuff like that, so I'm gonna see how it goes. So if you see me inside looking for them, cool. If not, I'll show you in the car what I picked up, and then we'll go home. Or I might show you at home. However the case may be, this is a new project for me, so I will figure it out on the way. But let's go take a look really quick inside. Maybe I'll show a little Pam of what it looks like inside, and then we'll go from there. All right. You saw a very, very small preview of the shop. I got nervous. Um, Me and him, he's a cool guy. Don't get me wrong. He's the owner of the business, but we're not there yet to be like, hey, can I film? I'm sure it'll be easy. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I got scared. So you saw a little preview. But I did find two more timeless. The only reason why I didn't keep looking is because I get there a little later. Like I get there around like 5:30 ish, and I had to pick up my actual comics, or my new comic book day comics, should I say, not actual comics, they're all actual comics. But then I had to go through the bins, and he has them organized by names. Don't get me wrong, like F for Fantastic Four, or anything or it'll say Fantastic Four, and anything else that's F that's not big to have its own little section, he puts it with it, towards the end or whatever the case may be. But he has so much comics, and I would have to spend all day to try to go just see which ones he has. Um, I did find two of them, like I said, but he closes at 6. He was super nice. He didn't say, "Hey, just letting you know I'm closing up." He was quiet. He was just letting me go about. And towards the end, I was the only one in the store, and I still had to pay for my comics and get those ones as well that I found. And I was like, "Hey, you know what? You close at 6, right?" Because I didn't. I looked at the time; it was 5:55. I was like, "You close at 6, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh man, let me finish this up." So I finished up. So I'm gonna have to go on a weekend where I can spend literally possibly a couple of hours just going through his bins because he has so many comics. It's so cool, as you saw in the video. That's only like maybe half of the comic book store, because then he has walls of the new stuff, and all those bins are back issues and stuff like that. So we're starting off strong for now. We got some also from New Comic Book Day. I got two from him. I'm getting two from my main comic book store that I'm going to now. Um, to keep it all in one place, I might just keep the timeless stuff with him, maybe. Anything that comes out with the timeless variants, if they keep doing it in the future, cool. I know they got a run going now, and then maybe later on they'll do more. I don't know. I don't know, but I know I'm behind a lot. So I got two at home right now, um, and then I got two in the back issues, and then I'm getting four. So we're gonna have 8 total so far on the project I just started. So not too bad. It's extra money, so I'm definitely got to make some side money to afford this. But I'm excited for it. Now I'm just ranting in the car. I'm heading to my other comic book store to get the other two that I need to pick up, and then we'll go over them. I don't know if I'm gonna do it while filming with the phone, or if I'm gonna do it filming on my computer with my camera and the OBS and stuff like that. I don't know, man. This is a new project for me. This is something new. I want to get an actual camera. That'd be cool. Or maybe just do a tripod so I'm not holding it. Or like I said, I want to get a cart mount so it's sitting here. You'll see my steering wheel, but we'll be chit chatting and it's more safe. If I get pulled over right now, so don't do this, kids. If you're watching, do not drive and film. This is bad. I've been needing a reason to get a car mount in my car. I'm like, I just never on my phone. But if I'm doing this, I'm gonna get a car mount for my phone. So heading to another comic book store. Let's see what's going on there, and I will catch you guys in a moment. All right, we are at the second comic book store that I'm going to visit today. This is where I get a lot of my new comics. They don't really have a lot of back issues, so I know like they have timeless stuff that I'm picking up now, which I am picking up some, but I am pretty positive they're not going to have any of the older stuff, which sucks. I got to go to a different comic book store. There's two comic book stores in town that I can check for those. The one that I came from and another one I'll have to check out on the weekend. Me going back order stuff like that is going to have to be me going to the store on the weekend and just going through the stuff and try to catch up. And if I can't find anything, Comic Cons or just online, I'm gonna have to order stuff online. If you guys know a best way of going about that, I'm nervous at ordering stuff like that online from people. So if you say no, just trust me, try this place. Is where I get them all the time. Always faithful. Just be careful, whatever. Let me know in the comments below, guys. I'd really appreciate the help on this. Again, I'm still new-ish to the comic book world, so let's see what we can do. But I'm gonna go inside, use the restroom, and then take a look. All right, we're back in the car. I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised they had some timeless. This video is gonna be a little different. I'm not gonna show you yet. I will show you at the end of the video. We're gonna go over everything that we've got, go over the previous one we got over the last weekend, and then go over what we picked up today, which is gonna be awesome. Some of it is part of New Comic Book Day, but I'm gonna save those ones for these kind of videos and not for the New Comic Book Day stuff. So you guys are getting all of it because again, this is my special project. Once this project's done, maybe I'll start a new one, and if they continue with these later on in the future, I'll pick it back up. I don't know, but I'm so excited for it. Um, they had one that I am most. If I'm yelling, I'm sorry. I'm used to yelling because of the phone. But I forgot. As you can see, I got my mic. So if it's loud, I probably went down on the volume. So I'm sorry, future Miguel. Figure that out. Um, the one that I really wanted out of this whole project, there was two. I got one of them, and we will go over that. And I'm so excited that they had it. I'm actually like freaking out. I almost freaked out in the store. I was like, yeah. But I held my calm. Thank God, because they would have been cool with it. They would have laughed, but the customers would be like, what the heck is this guy doing? Alrighty, so as of today, as you're watching this, I'm gonna go eat dinner with my wife, and then I'm gonna go home and we'll go over everything that we got. I'm so excited. Let's do that really quick. All right, guys, we're back home to go over the covers that we picked up. We did pick up a good amount. I'm gonna show you two covers that I already picked up in the past weekend, like I said in the video. I picked it up on Saturday. I'm recording this on New Comic Book Day because I picked this up and did a little variant searching as well, as you can tell in the beginning of this video and stuff like that. But we're gonna go over those. We're gonna go over the new comics that we picked up from New Comic Book Day that's part of this project, and then some of the other ones that I was able to find to help me with the project. So starting off, we got Miss Marvel. This is from last New Comic Book Day, not the one that I'm doing right now, but the last one. I started the project afterwards, so I picked these up on the last weekend. This is the two that I picked up, which is Miss Marvel, and we got Tigra right there. So we got those. Those were the first two to start this project, so I'm excited to have these. I gotta put them in new sleeves because they're tagged, or just take off that. I might put them in new sleeves. I don't know yet. Now, for New Comic Book Day, we picked up 4 of them that just came out, 4 variant covers that is part of this project that I'm doing. So we'll go over them. If I don't know the character's name, I'm sorry. Still learning everybody. First, we got, I believe this is Photon. This is part of Thunderbolt's Doomstrike. She looks pretty cool. Don't know too much about the characters. I would love to learn about her when I can. We also got, I believe this is like Nighthawk is the character's name, from One World Under Doom. But that's the variant cover there. Looks sick. Another person I don't know too much about, so I would love to learn about them as well. Another one that we picked up is Iron Fist. This is from Daredevil issue number 21. Got him right there. That artwork looks amazing. One more time, another character I don't know much about. A lot of these characters I don't know much about. I would love to learn about them. Last one that we got for New Comic Book Day is gonna be Valkyrie from the Immortal Thor 23. She looks dope. I know a little bit about her, but from the little bit I get from some comics and then the movies. She was in the Thor Ragnarok, I believe. So pretty cool. So those are the ones we picked up. So now that's a total of 6 so far. But not only did we do those, we found some in back issues that I was able to find at the first both stores. Actually, I found 2 and 2, so we'll go over them really quick. See if I get the names right. This one is the Mandarin from Invincible Iron Man issue 4. I have them still in the cover because I haven't swapped them out yet, but I'm going to. And that looks freaking amazing. Know a little bit about him, but only because of the movie, and I don't think it's 100% accurate with it from Iron Man 3, so I want to learn about him. Next, we got the Scroll variant from Fantastic Four issue number 5. That one looks sick. You know a little bit about him again from the movies and some from the comics, so I know a little bit about him, but about them, their species, but that just looks freaking cool. When I first saw it, when I was picking it up, I was like, oh, that's the like I saw the top of it where I saw like just like if you look at like the video here, like the ear and the head, and I picked it. I was like, oh, that might be the Green Goblin, and it's like, nope, it's the Scroll, but I still like it. So we got that one. Then that was the first comic book store we stopped. I stopped at the second one. I guess as you can tell on the video, I was like, I don't think they're gonna have any of them, but you know, we'll just look. You never know. And I found 2 of them, which is freaking amazing. I didn't expect to find it, and it's one of them that I was really wanting to get, off the bat, and I got it, so I'm happy. But we'll go over that one last. The first one we got is Mr. Fisk. Everybody knows this character. He's a villain in multiple kind of comics from Marvel. He's part of like Spider-Man, part of the X-Men and the core era. He's part of like the White Knight or the White King. The Hellfire Club and stuff like that. And current stuff, you've seen him in like the Hawkeye show, the Echo show. He's in the Daredevil show that was going on right now. So big character, and he looks sick in this one, so I'm glad I picked that up. And now the last one, this is the one I really wanted. This was what caught my eye of doing this project in the first place. It is gonna be Doctor Doom. Oh my god, one of my favorite characters of all time. As you can tell, I got his Negative Space right there. That was the very first like special cover comic that I collected. Put it on the wall, and now I'm doing a bunch of them. But I'm so happy to have that right there. I just can't explain how great that detail looks on him, and he looks fierce, and I love it. So that is all the timeless ones that we have as of right now. This is the beginning of the project, like I said. I want to go back to the comic book stores when I have more time to go through what I can in person, and of course afford, depending how much they sell them for. But the first comic book store sold them pretty good. $4. The last ones that I picked from last week was 4 and 5. And then the hard ones that I found, which is Doctor Doom, because he's very popular, that one was $10, which is not too bad still in my eye. And the Fisk one was $6. So those are a little more pricier than like the other ones, but I think it's still worth it. And of course, the new comic books that just came out, the variant covers of Marvels, they still charge $5 for them. So not bad on those either. But that was awesome. Great project to start. I'm excited for it. There's some that are coming out still, but there's a lot of them that I still got to get from the past. So, I'm excited for this adventure because of this, and I want to put these comics, oops, I didn't even hit the mic. I want to put these comics away in a special place instead of just putting them in stuff that I'm collecting currently. I got me a new box. Has nothing to do with the theme, but I thought this box was cool. It's the Incredible Hulk box. You got the Hulk fighting Thor right there. I'm excited to have this box. I want to read the series. I just haven't, but the box looked cool, and this was the best box that I can get from my LCS at the time. Because I had credit there, so I used the credit to get the box. So the box goes for like $13.99 before tax. I had a $10 credit. I used that. I only paid like technically after tax like $5 for this, which is not bad. And the thing looked cool. I like the color. I like the way it pops. So that's gonna be from my project comics, and of course special variants that I have some few of that I want to put in here. And then maybe future projects after I do the timeless. Maybe I'll put other projects or like my favorite key comics. Like if I ever take these off the wall for any reason to replace them with something, I'll put them in here. So I'm excited for it. But that is going to be the start of a new project. Let me know in the comments, like I said before, ways I can find comics for one, a good price, two, that's trustworthy, that I'm not sending money to some random person and getting gypped from, like getting beat up covers and stuff like that. Let me know what is the best way to do it in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so you can follow this project. I do post other videos, as in like new comic book day videos, comics I'm gonna be getting, and then still some gaming content. That's what I started on this channel, and I'm moving to more of the comic stuff. But I still like playing games, and I still post content when I can on there, or on this channel about gaming. So If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm gonna try to post something of this project. The dream would be at least once a week, but if not, it might be every couple weeks or whatever, whenever I can pick up some covers. Next week, they are having more covers coming out, so I'm definitely gonna have one next week as well when I get those covers, because I already had those plans to get. Other than that, again, I appreciate every single one of you watching and sticking around for that. I'll work on me filming in public, picking up the comments so you guys can see that as well, to see, like, you know, me going through the bins and finding it and showing it there, and maybe not coming back to the house and going over them like here, but you see them while I'm picking them up, and then like towards the end in my car go over everything or something. I don't know, I'm trying to figure stuff out. But other than that, I hope again you guys enjoy. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, subscribe. Again, I need subscribers, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.